Hey 143 fam, I'm Antonia. Thank you for being here. Please make sure you subscribe and click on the bell for notifications. Winners for July readings have now been posted to Instagram and in YouTube comments. Make sure you check that out if you would like to be considered. For a free reading in August, make sure you subscribe. Leave me a comment below your video and I will notify winners at the very end of the month. I'll also be doing separate reading giveaways and additional daily, weekly readings all month long on Instagram. Make sure you check me out there, Urban Soul Guru. All of my information is in the box below. Now let's check out August and see what's in store. Hey Virgo, this reading is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For August, we're going to take a look at your general overview first, then we'll take a look at love. I will have timestamps down below. Virgo, general overview for August 2019. Virgo, general overview, August 2019. Okay, I'm being told that August is a fertile month for you, Virgo, and it makes sense, okay? You're about to step into your season at the end of the month, but there's this fertility energy. There is a life force energy. Be very conscious of what it is that you're trying to attract. Be very conscious of what it is you're trying to manifest. It's going to come to you. It'll come to you quick, but this also applies to creativity, okay? There's this very creative flow, this life flow. Some of you may be talking about starting a family or adding to the family, okay? A lot of life force energy around this, but that's intense energy, and it's energy you have to use consciously, wisely, and make sure you're grounded. This is not a month, and this is not a time to be reactive or, pay for the consequences down the road. This month will shock the hell out of you if you aren't conscious, but use this energy for your higher good, for the highest good of all involved, okay? Because you could call in some seriously major blessings and opportunities with this fertile energy, okay? All right, let's get a little bit more clarity. Virgo, general overview for August. Okay, you have cards that are trying to pop here, but not quite. Okay. So that fertile energy definitely applies to those of you who are creative. Make sure you're making time to create. Make sure every time you get that little burst of inspiration, even if it's not an idea that's going to take you a couple of hours to write down or work on, but it's something. The light bulb goes off. Make notes in your phone. Have a notepad by your bed. Make sure you're channeling. Make sure you're writing down what you're channeling, okay? It feels like Virgos will be extra sensitive, extra clairvoyant, okay? In the month of August, you're getting some serious gems coming through. These ideas could launch a whole new career, could launch a current project on a much bigger level. So pay attention to what universe is giving you. But for many of you, it feels like while you're sitting in that creative flow, and that very fertile flow, you're manifesting something new, okay? But you are meant to create this month. Center of your reading, cleanse and detox. I'm definitely feeling a sense that you may want to get some energy work done, especially earlier in the month, especially before you step into Virgo season, because this energy is only going to be more amplified as you step into your season. Okay, so end of August into September, but as you're getting close to birthday season, Virgo, do some cleansing, do some conscious cleansing, because you want to make sure that you are aware of whatever energy you have out into the universe so that you are truly manifesting only what it is you want to be manifesting at this time. It does feel like there's some maybe debris left over from doors that needed to close in July. I'm also feeling too, we'll look at this with a little bit more depth and love in the next spread, but for those of you who called back partners, okay? And for many of you, these are very blessed reconciliations. There's lingering energy. There's lingering, I just keep telling the word debris. This sort of like debris energy. Clean it up. clean it all up so that when you get into August, as we're stepping into August and then into birthday season, this person's still able to be by your side. So you guys aren't dipping back into old emotions and old patterns and old karmas. You're not rehashing anything. This ultimately is about a clean slate, okay? You want to go into birthday season with a clean slate, but you want to get there before the end of August. For many of you, you're going to need to do that to maintain either that new love or the old love that came back, okay? Followed by opportunity to forgive. It's really about letting go of the past. Whether somebody has come back into your life or they tried and you chose not to go down that road again, there's still forgiveness, and I think that's what the debris is. To come full circle with forgiveness, especially for those of you who did reconcile with somebody. And this could also apply to friendships. This could apply to family. I'm definitely feeling old friends that came back, or family members maybe you were out of touch with have come back into the picture. For many of you, it feels like parents. Maybe you've had some distance with in the past. They've come back into the picture now. To move forward with a clean slate means that you need to offer full forgiveness. And if you can't do that, that person's not going to stick around throughout the rest of this month. So recognize the importance of getting some energy work done, cleansing, detoxing, sea salt baths, sage, but it feels deeper. And for many of you, you may need some energy work to guide you through this, or that would get you through that process to cleanse things a little bit quicker. But ultimately, what is the ultimate goal here? It is about forgiveness. It's about letting go so that you can move on. So if old people came back, this really needs to be a fresh start for those to continue to be blessed reconciliations. Trustworthy guidance here. Clarified. By relationship, we're getting a lot of crossover in love, even though this is just your general right now. But for many of you, it's relationship with work. It's relationship with money. It's the relationship you have with partners, especially those of you in creative fields. You work very closely. It's not just an office necessarily where you work independent of other people. This really applies to those of you who work one-on-one with other people, whether that be artists or just in whatever field that you're in. If something comes through to either get you out of that relationship so that you can move forward with this independently, or align with the higher vibing partner, and that feels very blessed. But for others of you, it is about nurturing this relationship. For many of you, especially in creative fields, it's like co-writers. I'm seeing two. I'm seeing two people working at a specific project. It's really beautiful energy here. But if this person came back into your life after some sort of separation, just recognize you still need to cleanse and forgive. It feels like somebody could have been negligent in the past, and you really do want to let that go, but you may still have some lingering fears. This could also be a relationship with self, okay? Definitely getting relationship with self, inner child healing, so that you can get back into a creative flow, that fertile flow, okay? And to manifest what it is you really want, you may need to brainstorm, but it feels like there's still some inner child work to do here as well. But look at this. So we have cleanse and detox, right? With this fertile energy, it's very important that you are consciously manifesting. Clarified. I love attraction, okay? Cleanse and detox so that you are only manifesting what it is you do want. If you don't do this part of it, you may start calling in people and situations, maybe even some old karmic patterns. You may start to manifest some of that again. And it's not, this month is not meant for that. You've done a lot of work to clear energy cords, people who are not meant to be in your life, old thought patterns and getting. So there has been a lot of detox, but this debris still lingers. Get that energy work done so that when you're manifesting, you can utilize this incredibly powerful month, and really 2 months ahead for you, Virgo, for the maximum benefit of your life and your career. This definitely applies to love, though, okay? Look at this. There's still some healing as you come into August for sure. For Virgos, opportunity to forgive is being clarified by blessing in disguise. There's something about that situation that didn't work out that allowed you to pursue something or someone better. But I do feel like for those of you who came back together, at least entertain conversations maybe with exes or old coworkers, partners in business, family members, yes, it does feel like you will forgive them this month, but some of those people still aren't meant to stay. They showed up, they were a blessing in disguise for a minute, and they'll still go on their way, and you'll still live a separate life, but you'll have peace and forgiveness at the core, okay? So there's definitely still some healing here, but it feels like it leads to, so those first week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, first 2 weeks of August, there's definitely some healing, okay? So just recognize that, Virgo, and you'll know if you still need some healing, specifically cleansing that debris energy so that you can come full circle with forgiveness. Once you move past that, it's like you step into this very creative, fertile flow that you are going to love. There's a lot of joy around this, and this manifestation feels pretty effortless. So again, just be careful of what energy you're putting out there, where your thoughts are at. You're thinking about business. Crowning your reading is entrepreneur. Well, Virgo, I think you know this. I think you know that you have the ability to run your own business. Many of you already do. Those downloads, what you're trying to manifest, those light bulb moments, Spirit's talking to you, it's about this. For many of you, it's a creative project and doing it on your own, okay? For some of you, I'm seeing two, and that's a really blessed union to have somebody to do all of this with. For others of you, you're going to be splitting from that partner so you can pursue this on your own. For those of you who work at bigger companies, it does feel like you may sever some ties. It's a blessing in disguise. If they push you out the door before you can make that decision on your own, recognize it's like universe is pushing you in the right direction, okay? In the direction you're supposed to go. It's in alignment with this. You may have some fears around that. But Leo season's beautiful for you, Virgo. But there's definitely still some healing here. Family, bottom of the deck. I think for many of you, you know that you're in a creative flow. You know you have to get back into a creative flow, but you may have had some distractions with family members. Maybe even more so family than exes came back. For many of you, you've healed enough already, or you will over the next couple of weeks, that this person and this reunion is very grounded. This person will stick around for quite some time. For others of you, you needed the opportunity to come together just for a little bit more time so that you could come full circle with your own healing, so you could truly detach, okay? And that could be a really difficult process for those of you seeing the reflection in a family member that they're not of your highest good anymore, or an old friend, or an old partner in love. And it's incredibly important for you, before you dive back into work, to process all of those emotions. For many of you, especially if you're creative, you can channel all of that energy and those emotions into your work, but just make sure you're getting it up and out. Okay, Virgo, obviously there's some love energy here. So let's take a look at love. Virgo in love, August 2019. Virgo in love. Someone confesses. That's what I'm channeling. Somebody confesses. Somebody may be confessing love to you, Virgo, and it may catch you off guard. But it does feel like for those of you who... Okay, this is what I was getting with the first spread. Some of you needed to reconcile for a moment, especially in love, to get the honesty that person couldn't give you in the past. Now, for many of you, you reconcile and you get that honesty and that clarity, and you can move forward together, because for Virgos at this time, reconciliations have been feeling particularly blessed and meant to be. So you're not necessarily just spending 2 minutes with an old soulmate to resolve some karmic things and then you both go on your way. But for those of you who are going through that kind of a process, you know they're not meant to stay forever, but they showed up because there was still a lesson that needed to come full circle. But it really feels like peace and forgiveness needed to come full circle. It feels like you're sitting with an ex and you're like, okay, remember that thing I always used to say, that energy I used to pick up? I really felt like on that trip where you went away, something happened. Can you just tell me? I mean, we're not together anymore. Can you at least give me that peace of mind so that I know I'm not crazy? It feels like somebody's going to say, yeah, Virgo, I know I denied that and I got mad at you and I yelled at you, but you were actually right. Your intuition was on point and I didn't know how to handle that. For some of you, it's going to be something like a deceit coming full circle. For others of you, it's not that deep. It's really you being able to see a certain kind of depth or fear in an old partner, and you're saying, okay, I think that you may have some serious fear around commitments. How about we work through that? And your partner is really resistant. Do expect to get, do expect someone to shed some light on that over the next month ahead. But here's the thing, Virgo. Not all these confessions are bad. Many of these confessions are just like mind-blowingly good. Someone expressing their love to you. Who doesn't love that, okay? This feels like a really beautiful soul. So let's pull some cards. Let's get a little bit more clarity on this for you, Virgo. Virgo in love. Yeah. Separations. Some of you have been going through separations with partners, and you will rekindle, but it's going to require honesty and confessions of some sort. That just seems to be a big theme here for Virgos in love right now. For others of you, you will stay separated from this person, but you're just going to get that little missing piece of information, but it's going to give you peace. I don't see you guys hearing confessions that make you angry or make you upset. It's just like, aha, I knew that. Thank you for finally being honest with me. Center of the reading here, okay, is soulmate. So we have this freedom. For some of you, the soulmate's going to show back up because, again, you need that peace. You need it. You need that peace to move forward, to cleanse, to heal, and to step into birthday season with a clean slate. For others of you, it's the soulmate that comes in after the separation. So for those of you who are not willing to entertain reconciliations, it does feel like you're getting a pretty significant soulmate partner showing up on the heels of that. Okay, Virgo, that just fell. Let me grab this for you. Okay, Virgo, it's all about karma. So it does feel like for some of you, look, July was an intense month. We had 2 eclipses, Mercury retrograde, partners were coming back, old karmic issues were surfacing. For some of you, you're still working through that. That's not a process you can go through in just a couple of weeks' time. So don't be put off if you come into August feeling like that with partners, because a lot of this will get resolved. Again, some of this gets resolved because someone's finally honest with you. You either move on together or you move on separately, but you move on. That's the point, okay? But do recognize that this is an important soulmate. If they're reaching out to you, if they have reached out to you, it's because something isn't resolved. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to move on with them. You don't have to let exes back into your life, but it does feel like there's a missing piece. And you need that missing piece on a personal level, even if it's just a conversation. Even if it's not even a conversation about your past, it's just kind of stepping into that energy and saying, oh, wow, this just still doesn't feel good to me. And you get the piece to fully move on. But I'm feeling for many of you, okay, you're dealing with karmic issues with a partner who is currently in your life. You may have thought about separating, but you've chosen throughout this difficult month that your love meant more to you than the freedom of being able to just escape from this. It's like you guys are both committed to working through whatever this is. You will get resolution. It feels like the first 2 weeks, maybe max, of August, they could still be a little bit intense for you, Virgo, but it feels like after that, you're smooth sailing, as long as you and your partner are consciously working through karmic issues. Free yourself is being clarified by very soon. You are going to be able to free yourself from karmic issues that continue to resurface, but don't be surprised if you want your freedom this month from a partner who isn't working through karmic issues. So there could be some separations here, but they don't feel like they're spontaneous or reactive. If you separate this month, it's because it's already been on your mind. It's because you've already been preparing for this. I am feeling like some of you may have some distance just because of travel. And it's not a bad thing. That separation will actually, it's going to enhance your ability to heal this month. Yeah, because look at this. Look, we have soulmate. Center of the reading, okay? Clarified by this could be the one. It feels like the majority of you, it's of your highest good to work through issues with the soulmate partner because they are truly of the highest good to be in your life. It may require separations. It may have required separations, and now you guys are finally coming back together, and that's what the resolution is. But if you're coming back together and the issues haven't fully been resolved, you have to work at this. You have to consciously work at it. Plan on the first couple of weeks of August. May not even be 2 weeks, but it does, for many of you, I'm seeing the timeline of 2 weeks. So the first 2 weeks of August, being vulnerable, making it a priority to connect with your partner. This may still feel really intense for you. But there's joy on the other side of it. There's freedom. There's freedom from the issues. Many of you who thought the freedom would come from a separation realize that it's not about separating. That's not how you resolve this. It's not what's going to make anything better. You recognize that there's serious love here. It is mutual. And if you can mutually work at this with the same level of intent and effort and love, you will clear this once and for all. It does feel like some of you need to get some energy work done. Oh my God, your cards are flying. Virgo, let me grab this. All right, clarifying karma. Okay, and this forgiving. Okay, this has a lot to do with healing and offering full forgiveness and coming full circle. That came very strong in the first spread too. Clarified by honeymoon. I'm telling you, I'm getting travel. Some of you, the separation will be physically traveling somewhere, just on a trip, and then you come back home. For some of you, this is all you need. This is the freedom, being able to get away for a little bit, clear your head. You come home. And you guys work through issues. I'm also saying for those of you who are traveling for work, just having that physical space from your partner, and maybe your partner who needed the freedom, you allow them a little bit of space. You guys come full circle and you come together better than ever. There's something about a very happy resolution here, and that's what I'm getting at. I do still see some work here in the cards. The energy still comes through pretty strongly for you, Virgo. But by the time you step into birthday season, love feels so intact. You feel at peace. There feels like real forgiveness. If you've needed forgiveness from somebody, it feels like you're going to get that this month. Retreat, crowning the reading. You may need to travel together. You may need to travel together to heal, but there's something about travel that's healing. But don't be put off if your partner needs a little time to themselves. It will resolve things. And Virgo, don't be afraid to ask for this. If you need a little time away from a partner to resolve something, to heal, just to get your thoughts right, your mind right, just do it. But for many of you, it feels like you're retreating together, because I'm seeing for more of you than not, if you've had a separation, you come back together. Even if you've considered separation, if that's been something on the table, it feels like you don't want that anymore. I see two people coming back together and staying together. If you've been going through a hard time with your soulmate other half here, I'm telling you, the second half of August brings you guys joy, and it's way more peaceful. Look at this, bottom of the deck. Okay, reconciliation is huge. Definitely children in the mix for many of you, but for many of you, this karmic healing and who you need to forgive and how you're going to heal this relationship to reconcile, to stay together long term, is inner child healing. Get that energy work done. If you don't know how to do that for yourself, Virgo, I'm happy to help you. I specialize in energy healing. Reach out to someone you trust and get it done, but get it done. Really make the most of those first couple of weeks of August, because the universe will support you. The energy is there to support you to heal and to move past whatever this is. You want to make sure you're going into birthday season with the clean slate, because there's so much joy. There's so much fertile, creative energy. That's money too. That's creativity. New doors are opening. Just don't get distracted and weighed down by this, because for many of you, you're supposed to move forward into this sort of this new chapter. Definitely this beautiful, blessed birthday energy. It feels like you're moving forward together side by side. So make sure you give your relationship a real shot if something's going on. It's okay if it lingers into August, but you do want to resolve this before the end of the month, okay? Virgo, if you feel like you still need more clarity, reach out. I'm available for private readings, for energy healing. I will be back mid-month for your mid-month love reading. In the meantime, I'm sending you so much love, like gratitude, Virgo. I'll see you guys back here soon. Ciao.